Hello, I'm doing a live video.
Is it on? Oh, it is. I thought you said it wasn't.
So,
She made me wear a bun.
okay, but look how cute her Adidas camo sweatshirt is with the little tie right here. Seriously, we need to take that off, see if it fits me.
No.
Turn around, let me see the back. Let me see your bun. Oh yeah, so much better.
It's so white,
I told her, the rule is if you're gonna wear a scrunchie, you can't put a low ponytail right in the back of your head because that screams 1992. You need to do a messy bun, cute bun and clothes. Yes, you need to do the messy bun higher on your head.
Hi.
And that's, gotta make it a little messier.
Ow.
You're fine.
Oh my gosh, I hate it.
Make it messier.
Okay, I'll just
How
take
dirty
it
is your hair? No, leave it alone.
Hi.
She always wants a regular ponytail. I'm like, no. She's trying to fix her life for her.
How do you always do?
Like I always do. Why are you wearing my glasses? So let's see, I have some royalty-free music, so I'm hoping I can save this video. I don't know what else to do. I was going to try to record this on my Mac also, but I don't know how.
I don't know how.
I don't know how to record on my Mac, so if there's a way to do it, I don't know what it is. But as promised, do you have a link for the computer glare glasses? Been trying to find the cute ones. Yes, they are the blue blocker glasses.
57 out of 66.
Let me see them real quick. I love them, and we both wear them. I need to order her own pair. But they are on my Amazon store, the ones that I got, and they're like a leopard print, of course. So, but anytime I'm doing a lot of hours on the computer, I wear them. Stacy, hey girl, hey.
Who the heck is Stacy?
Stacy's right there.
Oh, hi.
Did you hang up the berry bait?
Oh.
Very in the Kirby room on the basket still on the floor.
She's asking for a link for those computer
My
glasses.
hair, yes, I was thinking that today. It's looking really blonde again. I need to call
like mine.
Our hair is pretty much the same
Not
color.
Really. I
Yes.
really wanted it darker.
You want to go darker?
I want my normal hair back. You gave me a highlight.
So I was almost here, yes. So I was thinking I need to go in and get my hair low lighted. Almost here today, thank the Lord. Aiden's sleeping right now. She took him to the park and wore him out. Stacy has been following along since you were a baby and you were Twilight Sparkle. Yeah. She was so cute.
Wait, what? I didn't press the
Now she
press
just
it.
wants to talk about periods and
I'm scared,
ponytails.
alright? Oh, I want ice cream when I get it, okay?
You
I
want ice
everything
cream?
I want. I know it's not gonna hurt that bad, but I'm being dramatic about it.
You're being dramatic about it. It hasn't even happened. So what do you want when it happens?
Ice cream. I want an ice cream.
Are you gonna call me to come pick you up from school?
Yeah. I don't want to be at school. I only like, Miss Parson, can I go? I have a period right now and I want some ice cream. I already have ice cream.
Oh my gosh. I swear she's so excited to get her period.
No, I'm not.
She's gonna be like the last one of her friends to get it. She wants it so bad.
I don't want it bad. I'm scared. I think some 9-year-olds get puberty early, so bye.
Some 9-year-olds do get puberty early, but
See? I'm scared about that. I don't want to
You'll
get
be
puberty
fine.
I don't want to get puberty at 9.
she's gonna announce to the whole class, I got my period, I gotta go
I
home.
got my period, everybody. I got my period. Help me. Take me to the nurse's office.
Hey, listen, and this is gonna happen every month. All of us want to take the day off when we get our period.
Braces are worse, though.
Braces? Oh my God, you're worried about so many things in life.
No, braces
You're
actually hurt.
you're definitely a 6 like your daddy.
No, okay, maybe a little.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I saw the perfect meme for Oliver being a 6. It's
Woody crying.
It's Woody, and it's like every time I board an airplane, and Woody's there, and he's like, "This is it. this is how I die."
One of my worst fears.
Yeah, that's Oliver every time he gets on a plane. He's about to die. Oh my gosh, do you have a crush on any boys?
No.
Oh,
Do you?
No, I think you're lying to me though.
They're all pretty disgusting. They all pick their noses.
Ew, really?
Yeah.
The boys all pick their nose? That's gross.
But I ship one.
But didn't you like cough and fart at the same time in class? You
sneezed.
screenshotted yourself.
I sneezed, and I did that at home too. When Nana was sleeping.
Yes, she's 9. She'll be 10 in April. And
Same as Emily, but I shipped somebody in school.
you what?
I shipped somebody.
You shipped somebody? What does that mean?
I want them to be together, and I want them to ship to sail.
You want their ship to sail, so you got them together.
No, we're in the same class. so it's Ava.
Okay, tell me
and
later.
Cameron.
Okay, tell me later.
I shipped them.
She's obviously the matchmaker. She's just hooking people up.
No, it's serious.
Your daddy will be happy to know this.
He big
Are
like,
these
hook
Chanel
you.
slippers?
what?
Chanel slippers?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like those.
Chanel slippers. I'm actually wearing them today. They're really comfortable. She is educating us. It's kind of a bun. It's a little bit of a braid and it's a little bun. I just
really
didn't feel
tiny.
I didn't feel like curling all my hair. So once you hook them up, their ship will sail.
Maybe in high school.
Maybe in high school. There better not be any ship sailing in high school.
Why?
Sounds terrible.
Sounds terrible. Oh my gosh, it's like matchmaking actually.
Okay. All right. Goodbye. Go do your math homework.
Oh no, I already finished it.
Go do your education galaxy. You know what I'm talking about.
Are these 2 chairs over?
Okay, so and what I'm really was on here for was to talk about intermittent fasting.
Really?
Listen, I've never heard to refer to shipping either, but apparently we're old. She's 9, so she's in. She knows what's happening. If I'm not a millennial, the millennials are like the 20-year-olds. So what's her generation called? Do you know?
No.
No, I don't know either. You did 16 hours for 3 days. Ah, I'm so excited.
What?
That's awesome.
16 hours?
We're
That's
talking
like-
about fasting.
I know. It's
Oh.
hard.
That's hard.
It's a hard nut life for us.
Generation X, is that for real?
What is that?
You, apparently.
Oh no.
It's ship-like relationship. Yes, it's a ship. You're shipping somebody. You're letting them
Yeah,
sail
I want
off.
them to go on a date.
They go on a date?
No,
Where would they go?
I have no idea. Well, Madeline's.
La Madeline, she said. Mom, can you take me and my boyfriend to La Madeline's?
No. I want Ava and Cameron to.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
What is this? I didn't ask for this.
You have been doing intermittent fasting for 2 weeks and you're down 6 pounds. That's amazing.
That's pretty good.
I am so excited for you. So
Oh no, I completed that.
I'm so glad that so many of you are trying it.
I'm actually
Okay.
done.
Okay, that's fine. Go away. Just go
Yes!
away. Shh,
Boom!
don't wake up your brother.
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. So I made a video about this before in Instagram. I tried to make it an IGTV video to save and it deleted it, which is just story of my life. Shipping is like when you put couples together, like pretend couples. I have no words. I didn't know. I'm glad she knows. Okay, so how does it work? Okay, so there are the most, I get questions all the time about it. I actually, I stopped sharing about it for a while because I had a couple people like not really understanding what it was. And I know when you tell people that you're fasting for 16 hours, they're like, oh my God, you're starving yourself. And I kind of can see where they would think that because 16 hours seems like a long time. And so when we say the 16 hours is really just like a low starting point that a lot of people do where they fast for 16 hours and they eat for 8. Some people do fasting for 18 hours. Some people do fasting for 20 hours. Some people do 24-hour fasts. So typically what I do is a minimum of 16 hours. Sometimes I go anywhere from 16 hours to 20 hours. And it really just depends on how I'm feeling that day. Am I feeling like I'm hungry? Then I'll start eating at 16 hours. Am I feeling hungry at 19 hours? Well, that's when I'll start eating. So I kind of just go off of how I feel, and sometimes it can be based upon my time of the month and what my workout was for that day. So if we do like a really heavy weightlifting day, a lot of times that will make me hungrier the next day. Or it depends where I'm at in my cycle. Typically around halfway through my cycle when I'm ovulating, I am ravenous, like I'm pregnant. Like I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm hungry. So, which is really annoying, but it usually only lasts for about a day or two. So that can be part of it. Yes, so I don't know if I would suggest intermittent fasting while you're breastfeeding, just because one of the hardest things with intermittent fasting is getting in enough calories. It kind of takes some practice, and you need to be eating extra calories so that you can keep up your milk supply. So if that's really important to you, then I would focus on that and then maybe start intermittent fasting after you're done breastfeeding. So I'll go back and answer. So I'm gonna go back and answer some of these questions. I have a lot of you are probably gonna be asking the same question, so I've kind of already got an idea in my head of what I'm gonna tell you guys. So there are kind of like two ways to do intermittent fasting, okay? My most asked question is, do you drink pre-workout when you're fasting? And the answer is yes. So there is one really popular intermittent faster, and her name is Jen Stevens, and her first name is G-I-N, like the drink, Jen Stevens. And she has a book called Delay, Don't Start, and she also has a podcast that I've listened to. She is hardcore. She does what they call clean fasting, where during her fasting hours, she only drinks black coffee and water. She does drink mineral water, but everything is unflavored. So they say anything that has sweetness to it, artificial sweeteners, sugar-free gum, tea, flavored tea, anything that has a sweetness to it is going to spike your insulin, and it's going to affect your fasting. So to her, a clean fast is absolutely none of those things. And I'm pretty sure, off the top of my head, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she does 24-hour fasting, and she does it like 2 or 3 days a week. So she doesn't fast every day, and a 24-hour fast is like you'll eat breakfast and then you won't eat until breakfast the next day. Or you can eat lunch and then you don't eat again until lunch the next day. But during that time you would have like no gum, no breath mints, just water and black coffee. So that's hardcore. Well, she does drink unflavored tea, but she says anything that has sweetness to it. So this is my thought on that. That is not what I do, because that is way too hardcore, and I don't think the benefits of that are like something that I'm willing to like put in that level of work to. I just don't think, I mean, I feel like it's probably something that you could get used to, but I'm just not in a place and like where I want to do that, and I would literally like really want to want to do that to make that happen in my life. So I just don't know. I chew sugar-free gum, and I do drink pre-workout before I go to the gym. I've tried to like black coffee. I just don't love it. So I'm still working on that. I'm open to giving up pre-workout if I can find a black coffee that I really like. I mean, most of the ones that I've tried have made me feel a little nauseous and sick. So not good things. Yes, Stevens with a PH. Stevens with a PH. And And the other thing is I looked up pictures of Jen Stevens because I've listened to her podcast and I've heard her name a lot, but I've never actually seen a picture of her. And she has lost a lot of weight doing intermittent fasting, but she looks good, you know what I mean? But she's not like super ripped. So I'm like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Not that I want to be like super ripped, but I would feel like I would want my body to look a certain way if I was being that dedicated that I was not having anything sweet for 24 hours. So, okay. Okay, so what I do is called a dirty fast, and that means that I do have something sweet during my fasting time. I try to stick to plain water, and if I do have coffee, which is not very often, but there have been a couple days on like the weekend or whatever where I just really wanted a cup of coffee, I keep my calories under, it's sugar-free, but I keep it under 30 calories. And just add a little bit of, and usually I don't even drink the whole cup of coffee. I drink like half and I get my fix and I'm like, okay, I'm done. But I do drink a pre-workout and it is sweet. It does have a flavor to it. So I drink that before I go to the gym. So, and the other question is, how many calories am I eating? Am I still tracking my macros, and all of this? So when I first started, the hardest thing is getting in all of your food, because you're really, what intermittent fasting is like, it's a pattern of eating. So you're telling yourself you're going to, in my head, I see this as I skip breakfast and then I just eat lunch and dinner with maybe a snack thrown in and then I'm done. So I don't eat breakfast, I don't eat dessert, and that's basically what I tell myself in my head. So I do not find intermittent fasting to be difficult or stressful, because breakfast was never my favorite meal anyways, and once I got past the 7 a.m. hunger because I was used to eating my oatmeal before I went to the gym, once I like kind of pushed past that and just like drank my water and, you know, went about my business, it was easy. It was easy. I don't know. I don't usually feel hungry, especially, and when I go to the gym, like I don't have an issue working out. I've never felt lightheaded or dizzy at the gym. And as long as you're drinking enough water, you're probably not going to feel hungry either. But when I first started, it was like after the summer. Oh my gosh, Mimi's going live? That can't be right. Sorry, my friend texted me. What was I talking about? Damn it, Amanda, you distracted me. Oh, my calories. So when I first started, it was after the summer and I had put on a little bit of summer pounds, just typical. Most people do it because you're hanging out, you're partying, you're hanging out by the pool, the days are longer, you're just eating more. So I was trying to kind of lean back up after summer, and kind of feel a little bit better about myself. I was feeling kind of gross. So I had put myself on like a little mini cut, like I didn't drop my calories drastically, mostly because I was probably consuming close to like 2,000, 2,200 calories a day during the summer, maybe more. I was kind of lax on my tracking a lot of days, and to like drop them so low right away is gonna set me up for failure. I would never be able to stick to it. So I kind of just like would cut things out, like, okay, we're only gonna eat out once this week. We're gonna cut back on the amount of alcohol that we're drinking on a daily basis. Okay, let's cut back on the snacks. So I do it in like small increments, and when I started fasting, and I realized I was having a harder time getting my calories in. So now that I've been doing it for a couple months now, what I've kind of come around to is something that works really, really, really well for me. Okay, and I'm gonna say that there is 100 different ways that you guys can work your way of eating to fit your lifestyle. This is what's working best for me right now. So I'm fasting 16 to 18 hours a day. And then Monday through Friday, I'm eating a lower amount of calories. So during the week, I'm eating about 15 to 1600 calories a day. And then that leaves room for me to eat a little bit more on the weekends, closer to 2000 calories on the weekend. So shaving off a couple hundred calories during the week and adding them onto my weekend has really, really helped me, because I don't feel guilty on the weekend for eating more, and it has helped me, like, in the long term, be more consistent. So I am absolutely loving it. Has 0 calorie liquid coffee flavoring. I'm gonna have to look at those. I can't believe my mom just went live. So doing it every day. She's gonna. Okay. So how much water do I drink a day? I have no idea. I really don't track it. I fill up my Yeti with water and I take it to the gym with me, and I usually finish it. And then when I come home from the gym, I still have usually an hour or an hour and a half of fasting time. So I usually drink another bottle of water once I get home. I drink between dinner and bedtime. I probably drink at least 2 more bottles of water. I don't know. So maybe another 60 ounces. I have no idea. Somebody asked me, like, what's your Yeti size? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It's the big one. So typically I start fasting whatever time I eat dinner. And just for the way my life works is we usually have to be at soccer or something like that, usually around 6 o'clock every day. So we eat dinner really early. Madison gets home from school. She's always starving. So if we eat dinner between 4:30 and 5:30, that's usually what we do. And so as soon as I'm done with dinner, I hit my start fasting button on my app, and that's when I start fasting. The app I use is called Zero. Before everybody asks me, I know you're going to. Oh, you can do it after you're done being pregnant. Don't worry. It'll still be here. Yes, so I've lost about 8 pounds since I've been doing it. I just like the way it like simplifies my life. A lot of people have asked me, do I do it every day? And the answer is typically yes. If I do take off a day, it's because we're doing something on the weekend and I'm just out of my normal routine, and I'm like, it's fine, I'll just take a day off fasting. Now, they say you don't need to do it every day to have success. But what works for me is being consistent with it, because I feel like if you're like fasting Monday and then taking off Tuesday, when you go to fast on Wednesday, I feel like it's gonna be hard again. Like if you're not being consistent and you keep like starting and stopping, I feel like your stomach's never gonna get on board, and you're gonna, every day you're gonna be like, oh, this is so hard, I'm hungry. Is she doing her tree? She showed you a baby picture of me? Holy shit. Wait, you need to send that to me first. So I'm not super strict on my times that I do it. I just, whatever time I stop eating dinner is when I start. And then once I start my app, it'll tell me what time I'm done. So, but I have learned, like the days where I just don't have my life together and I'm eating dinner at 7 p.m., I'm like, tomorrow's gonna suck for me, because I'm not gonna be able to eat again until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which is so late. Sometimes I eat dinner so early that the next day I can eat lunch at 10:30 in the morning. And I do. I ate lunch this morning at 10:30 in the morning. And it's just fine. And it's 4 o'clock, and I'll probably go downstairs and I'll eat dinner at 4:30 when I'm done on here, because we have to be at soccer. How do you determine how long to fast for? So when I first got started, fasting seemed very intimidating. And I did a little bit of research, and everybody says you should just start off small. So start off with 10 hours. Or if it makes you feel better, just look at it as like skipping a meal. So when you're done with dinner, Just say, I'm done eating for the day. Get you a bottle of water, have it with you in case you get like the munchies where you usually would go and have a snack before bed, and drink your water, and then don't eat until the next day when you wake up, and that's probably gonna be about 10 hours. And then when you get a little bit more comfortable, you can go to 12 hours, 14 hours. Now, I'm not a type A personality, like I don't have like a schedule. Somebody messaged me the other day and they were like, so did you do like 12 hours for a week and then you went to 14 hours? I was like, nah, I just kind of went off what I felt like. But once I did like 3 days in a row, I was like, oh, this is so easy. And then I ended up doing 16 hours. And then a couple days I did 18, 19 hours. I'm like, oh, this isn't bad at all. How do you give up the bedtime snack? Lindsay, hey girl, hey. I gave up the bedtime snack because I stopped buying what it was that I would eat before bed, which was usually like a skinny type of ice cream, or like I would keep like cookies, and I would have like 2 cookies before I went to bed, and I would always like figure them into my macros, but I just took them out. I just stopped buying it. And water, I'm telling you, water, 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 water. If you are not drinking the water during your fast, you're probably gonna go eat something. Because, and it's so true, when I had the choice to either drink something or eat something, I would always eat something, because I'm like, you don't know my stomach, it's hungry right now. But when I took out the choice of having food, because I'm like, damn it, I've already been fasting for 2 hours, do I really want to waste it and have something to eat? No. So I would grab a bottle of water, and once I would chug that bottle of water, I'm like, dang, I feel fine. I feel good. How can I do this on the 3rd shift? I have no idea. I have no idea. I really don't know like what time you go to sleep. I don't know when you work out, if you even work out. I don't know what your hours are. Do you only work some days a week? I mean, there's a lot of variables. You just have to kind of see. I would work it around whenever you sleep. So before you go to sleep, stop eating for like 3 hours before you go to sleep. And then after you wake up, don't eat for 3 hours then too. And see what happens. See if that works for you. So the benefit behind it is, there are lots of benefits. So Jen Stevens, if you look up her blog, podcast, book, whatever, there's also her and Dr. Jason Fung. He's also another, he has a lot of research out there on intermittent fasting. So they talk about how it gets your cells to like recycle each other, and it cleans out the crap from your cells. So it can have benefits as far as like aging benefits. It can have for cancer. It can have inflammation in your body. I know a lot of people with diabetes are like, your doctors kind of recommend this diet, I think. But also, if you do a lot of research on intermittent fasting, you're going to find a lot of people who do this also do keto. And I don't know why the correlation is there, but I don't do keto. I don't do keto. So cell regeneration. Yes, thank you. Do you think it's helped transfer your body different besides just weight loss? Are you holding muscles or weight differently? I don't know. So after I had my skin removal surgery, my weight has distributed itself, because what they don't tell you when you have weight loss, or when you have, not weight loss surgery, when you have skin removal surgery and they are taking weight from a certain part of your body, that your body likes to hold on to a certain number. Like everybody has a number like your body likes to hold on to. So once you have this surgery, those fat cells are gonna go somewhere else. So when I gain weight now, I don't gain weight in my stomach. Not that I ever did, or my hips. I usually went to my hips. So now when I gain weight, it's usually like back here on my love handles, or it's in my arms right here. I don't know. I feel like I notice it more when I gain a couple pounds, and I don't know. It kind of bothers me. So that's why I go through certain stages where I'm like, I kind of need to do a cut. I need to drop a couple pounds. Just feel better about myself. Oh, you had a headache for 4 days even when you ate. Yes. So definitely if you're having like, some people say that it affects their hormones, or they have adverse side effects to it. Yeah, this definitely isn't for everybody. Just like keto is not for everybody, or counting macros is not for everybody. I mean, you have to find what works well for you. So, I mean, I would not force it. If, like, I tried carb cycling. It just was not for me. It's so much work. I'm lazy. I don't like to do that much work. So that really wasn't for me. Macros is a lot of work, but once you like get to like a weight where you're like maintaining-ish, it's like you can relax a little bit and you can still like count your macros, but you don't have to be like super strict, like, you know, weighing out your lettuce and stuff. Like, I don't do that. Don't eat lettuce, you're gonna die. It's fine. Yes, so they say that you can take medications while you are fasting, because before I go to bed, I take like magnesium, or stuff like that. So fish oil, whatever. So, but you can, usually my collagen peptides though, I only take those during my fasting time. I mean, during my eating window. I don't take those while I'm fasting. What are you looking for?
The poncho parties?
They're right next to they're right there next to your bag.
Oh.
Drink electrolyte water. Yeah, I mean, it could be maybe you were dehydrated. I don't know. I think my friend Morgan said that she tried this and she had a lot of hormonal things come up for her. I haven't really had that, so I'm not sure about that. You're doing keto and IF. Woo, Jessica. Ooh, in it to win it. He took extra magnesium and potassium. Okay. Is Oliver fasting with you? No. No, he's not. I don't know. I think he's thought about it, but Oliver's just in like the season of life where it's Christmas and he wants to eat pie. For real. That's what he wants to do. Can you drink hot tea with nothing in it while fasting? Yes. Yes, you can. Yeah, I ate lettuce yesterday because I had a bag and it was still good, and so I ate it, and I had like 75 messages of people who were like, oh my God, you're gonna die. I'm like, guess we'll find out tomorrow. So you do the peptides with your pre-workout. So they say that a protein while you're fasting is like a really bad idea. It definitely will break your fast. And BCAAs too. Oh, that's like another like really gray area. And I was taking BCAAs during my fast, and so I kind of quit just to kind of like get both sides and see if it even makes a difference. But the collagen peptides, because they have protein in it, so you definitely want to take that later. You just bought the poncho party because I almost said it out loud. It's so cute, and it's only $34, so there you go. So no, I definitely don't use Poppy to adjust. She has done my numbers, so I just kind of move my numbers around as I see fit. I've been doing this for a long time now, so I don't need to bug her every time I'm like, hey, I got a wild hair, I think I should do this. So, and also with my macros, because I'm already at like a, kind of low weight for me. So actually this is probably the lowest I've been in a while, probably a long while. So I also like with I hit my protein goal every day, but like my fats and carbs, I let them do this. They do this. So some days I feel like I'm in the mood to eat more fats, and some days I'm in the mood to eat more carbs, and so I just interchange them. And if you need to know how to do that, Google it. You can interchange your carbs and fats as long as you're still hitting your calorie goal. Does that make sense? I mean, you can do it in MyFitnessPal. Just log your food and make sure you stay under your calories, but hit your protein goal. Like, that's not interchangeable. You need your protein to, like, for your muscles and all that. After you break, do you fast, do you immediately have to go to the bathroom? No, I don't. I have not had any kind of like bowel issues or anything like that from fasting. So, but it also, like, a lot of people, you can't just, don't eat a bunch of crap when you're fasting. And you need to be really careful too. I've had a couple times where this has happened to me where I was like super hungry after fasting and I like pigged out, you know, like don't do that. You still need to be mindful of what you're eating, and if you're too hungry, then maybe you need to look at like drinking more water or something like that. I take my peptides, usually I mix it up with like some water. So I get a little bit of, I'm gonna be very specific right now, I get a little bit of hot water and I mix my peptides in, because if you mix it in cold water, it clumps. And then I will add cold water once it's stirred up, and I will add ice to it, and then I will put in a squirt of like some kind of Mio, like lemonade or something like that. Yes, so I stopped doing the BCAAs because technically it does break your fast. So I quit like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. Time's hard, I don't know. So I'm just kind of trying it out and seeing what I think. But I also have been like kind of laying it off at the gym a little bit. I'm still going and I'm still working out, but like my intensity level hasn't been there lately. I'm just going through like kind of a funk at the gym. I don't know. I'm really focused on my food right now, and like I feel like I'm killing it, and so sometimes I don't know. I feel like taking a little break from all the extra stuff is good for you. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I started doing intermittent fasting. Why did I start doing it? I don't know. A couple people have recommended it to me. So there's a diet that a lot of people have had good success with, and it's called Faster Way to Fat Loss. And I have one particular friend who does it and loves it, and she shares about it all the time. Loves of Life, if you don't follow her on here. They use a combination. They give you like a whole diet plan, I think, but they give you a combination of like carb cycling and intermittent fasting. And so I think she had shared something about the benefits of it or something, and I was like, oh, let me look this up. And just like everything else in my life, like the first time somebody mentioned macros to me, I was like, oh, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be weighing my food. I don't have time to be meal prepping and doing all that mess. And you know, then I eventually come around. Amanda Trust, did she ask a question? Did I miss it? BCAAs are branched chain amino acids, and it's basically like a powder that you add to water and that you drink at the gym to stop the breakdown of your muscles while you're working out. And you would use BCAAs if you weren't eating. So if you're training in a fasted state, you don't want to go to the gym and burn off your muscle, you want to burn off your fat. So that's why people use BCAAs. But if you are new to all of this or macro counting, I would highly suggest that you get your macros calculated. I personally, I'm friends with Poppy, but I 100% back her. Like, I would spend the $40 and she will give you, I think, 2 sets of numbers, and you get in her Facebook group. Her Facebook group is amazing. They're active all the time. There's thousands of women in there. They give ideas, they give you support. She has videos. She even has like a workout thing. Like, she's like one of those people. I'm pretty sure is she a type 1? I think she's a type 1. So she's one of those people, like, she researches everything. That's not my life. I like to watch a quick YouTube video and get the basics down really quick before I lose interest. But she researches everything. So she just has so much knowledge, and she's so supportive of all women. So that's why I really recommend her. But when I was first starting out macros, I used a couple like big name coaches off of Instagram, and that level of caring was not there at all. And it was much more expensive. I think I paid like 80 bucks for some macro numbers, and they pretty much didn't care about me. Oh, Amanda Tress is the founder of Faster Way to Fat Loss. Okay, I'm sorry, yes. I have not done that because the Faster Way to Fat Loss is also, it's like food, and they give you like workouts, and they really want you to like do both together because they're meant to work well together. And I don't really want to give up my style of working out or my CrossFit or anything like that. So, Cassie, so what changes have I noticed with intermittent fasting? So I definitely have had weight loss. I'm definitely leaner than I was a couple months ago, and it's just mentally, it's just easier for me. I really like just eating less meals. I just every day. Yes.
You want me to come tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be here.
Okay. No, I stopped taking the BCAAs. I'm on the fence about it. I'm giving it a little try without them to see if I notice a difference. TBD. I mean, I do feel better overall. It's intermittent fasting is supposed to give you energy. I haven't really noticed it helping me sleep better. I'm a really crappy sleeper, which sucks because if I could sleep for 12 hours a night, that would really help with me fasting for 20 hours a day. But I can't. Like today, I woke up at 4 a.m. and I was just up. Now, my energy level has always been like on the higher side, I feel like. So with intermittent fasting, I don't know that I've noticed a change because I already have like, I have more energy than I need. The pre-workout I take is Bucked. That's what I like. Have you noticed changes in your stomach? What do you mean? My collagen powder, Sarah, I do not take that while I'm fasting. Any kind of protein, you should be taking it in your eating window. But I do feel like, I don't know if I finished my sentence earlier, but every day when I hit my fasting goal, I feel like accomplished and I feel proud of myself. I feel like I'm on track for the day. And it just gives me like, I just feel happy. I mean, and I feel like proud of myself, and I mean, that kind of stuff is what gives you self-esteem. I'm like, yeah, good job, Megan. God, way to kill it. Maybe I wake up so early because I go to bed so early. I have actually considered that. I'm like, oh, I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night. Everybody in my house goes to bed at the same time because we all sleep in the same room. And it's just our routine, like even Oliver and I. And Oliver's crazy. Like as soon as his head hits that pillow, he is asleep. Madison too. She pulls that gravity blanket over her head and she is gone. And I'm like, Aiden, you want to watch TV? That it helps to lose belly fat more. Well, I can't really speak to that because I had skin removal surgery, and even before that, I never really carried my weight in my stomach. I carried my weight on the lower half of my body and my hips and thighs. So I can't really speak to that, so I don't know. I mean, but if it was me, it's worth a try. Yes, she loves the gravity blanket. I ordered it off Amazon. It came, it has a cover. I think I got the 8-pound one for her weight. But yes, it's great. You guys, she's 9. She had a friend spend the night over the weekend, and they both stayed up really late, so they slept upstairs in her room. She woke up in the middle of the night, got scared, and came down to our room. I'm like, you have a friend over. Go back to your room. What's wrong with you? Yes, you can drink coffee. They recommend don't use any creamer that has protein in it. Some people who do keto and do intermittent fasting drink the bulletproof coffee while you're fasting. So there's also a gray area about that. You can try it. And so if you want to try dirty fasting, these are the things that you need to look for. So you need to see if you're drinking coffee in the morning and you're using a little bit of creamer, or you're doing the bulletproof coffee, When you're done with your coffee, is it making you hungry? Is it triggering you to be hungry, and then it's making your fasting window really hard for you? Or are you not having any type of benefits from intermittent fasting? But if you're struggling to hit 16 hours, you need to look at what you're doing during your fasting time that is triggering you to feel that way. Because this is what Jen Stevens talks about, like when you do your fasting the clean way and you're not putting any kind of sweeteners or flavor or anything like that into your body, you're gonna go into a super fasted state where you should not be hungry at all. Like you should not be feeling your hunger. I don't feel hungry every day. I mean, there's been a couple days like here or there. I talked about this at the beginning, like if I'm ovulating or if I deadlifted, or there's a couple things that trigger me to be a little bit hungrier. But for the most part, when I'm fasting, like when I go to eat lunch at whatever time it is, I don't feel like starving. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm about to die from hunger. Yes, some people say under 50 calories and some people say any calories will kick you out. That's the difference between clean fasting and dirty fasting. You just kind of have to see what works for you. There's a lot of people who have had success with dirty fasting, and there's a lot of people who only have success with clean fasting. And I guess it probably is going to depend on like what kind of benefits are you looking for. If you're trying to help, like maybe you have an illness or something going on physically with your body that maybe you need to be a little bit stricter and you need to really buckle down and do the clean fasting. But for me, I'm just trying to make my life a little easier, and lose a couple pounds and feel a little bit better about the way I look. Not that I'm unhappy with the way I look, but it never hurts to slim up a little bit. Don't say tone up, Poppy will be pissed. So for me, dirty fasting works fine. My fasting time is anywhere between 16 and 18, 19, 20 hours, just depending on the day. And I do it most days of the week. Yes, thank you. Hello, Megan. All right, so it's 4:15, so I have about 5-10 more minutes. If anybody has any more questions that I can answer. I talked about how many calories I ate and about how long I fast and what days I do it. All right, we got none. Good. I guess I covered everything. I guess I need to go back and watch what Mimi was posting about. Can you save this? Yes. When do you do a 24-hour fast? Never. I have not worked up to a 24-hour fast. A 24-hour fast would require me probably to skip the gym, and I really enjoy going to the gym. It's like the time of the day that I get out of the house because I work from home. So as of right now, I'm not really there. I mean, who's to say what's to happen? Maybe in the future, instead of fasting every day, I go to like fasting for 24 hours, 2 days a week. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I won't. Hard to tell. I do drink my pre-workout. I'm going to try to save this video so you guys can go back and watch about my explanation about using pre-workout. You're feeling in a funk too with your exercise, and that's totally normal. Nobody's like on it and in it to win it like every single day for forever. It's very normal to go through ups and downs through your training. And it's not even that I'm bored with CrossFit. It's just, I don't know. I just don't feel like, I don't know, killing myself every day. I mean, I'm still going to the gym. I'm still, doing the workout. I'm still doing my lifting. I'm just, I don't know. I'm taking a little like breather from it, and that's okay. I don't quit the gym. This is a distinction. So I don't quit the gym even though I'm not like super motivated about it right now, because I feel like keeping my routine is very important. And if I quit the gym, that makes it that much harder to get back into. So even when like I take a couple, like over Thanksgiving, I took a couple days off from intermittent fasting and it was only like 4 days, but getting back to my routine was so hard. So that's what I feel like if you just completely like say screw it for a month, you're gonna have a real hard time getting back to it. So that's a little bit of a slippery slope that I don't go down. I don't quit things. I take short breaks. So that's what they said during CrossFit. Like whenever I would do competitions, they would be like short breaks, short breaks. I'm like, okay, I can do this. Like just take a little short break. I'm definitely not over CrossFit. I still really enjoy CrossFit. I'm still doing CrossFit. The intensity level, I'm not like trying to lift as heavy as I can every day. Or I'm not trying to like kill myself on every watt. I'm just like going and I'm doing it. I'm just going in and getting a workout like some people do. Like, I just don't feel like I need a little break from like the competition aspect of it. I would definitely take a week off from exercise if I could go on vacation. But to take a week off and if like I just stay home, you know, like I said, like I work from home, I need to get out of my house a little bit. So, and it's good for me even if I just go and I just do like stretching and mobility. At least I go and I talk to people and I still spend my hour at the gym that I'm paying for. Oh, my calories. So my calories, I'm eating lower calories during the week. So about 1,500 calories Monday through Friday. And then I'm eating about 2,000 calories on Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes I do 2,000 calories on Friday, Saturday, and then back to my schedule on Sunday. So whatever I need to do for that weekend. But that way eating lower calories during the week is much easier for me because we're busy, I have to work, we have, you know, soccer, we have school stuff going on. And then that way, that gives me a little bit more leeway. So overall, during the week, I'm still in a deficit, but I don't feel like I'm in a cut right now. Like I don't feel deprived at all. I'm still like, I can go out to eat and eat a burger and french fries and still lose weight. Like that's awesome. I'm not increasing fats and carbs, but I interchange them. But yes, sometimes on the weekend, I don't always hit my protein goal, just depending what's going on. So I'm not super strict with myself, you guys, but I'm not falling off the wagon every week. I'm pretty strict with myself during the week, and then I'm a little more lax on the weekends, but I feel like cutting my calories during the week and then adding them onto the weekend has really been beneficial for me. So I don't feel like I'm gaining 2 pounds on the weekend, losing it on Tuesday, gaining it, losing it, gaining it, losing it. I'm feeling like pretty consistent, which is good. They did open a Pilates place across the street from me. Pop Pilates, is that what it's called? I don't know. And I've thought about trying it just to give it, you know, like mix it up or whatever, but we pay so much for our CrossFit. I can't afford another gym membership. Oliver will probably, his head will pop off. So if you're new to fasting, you definitely want to start low. So start with like 10 hours and then 12 and then 14 and then 16. Start with just like not eating like 3 hours before bedtime, and then don't eat 3 hours after you wake up. And that's probably going to be a good chunk of time for you. So, but I covered all this in the first part of my video. So I'm going to go ahead and end this and go cook dinner for all of us. Yes, 100%. If you need to lose weight and you are not weighing and counting your food, probably having a hard time. Not that it's impossible, but I feel like weighing out your food is definitely eye-opening, because if you've ever seen a serving of peanut butter, you would never eat peanut butter again. It's so small and it's not worth all the fat. All right, so I'm gonna try to save this video. Let's cross our fingers and really hope. Thanks you guys for hanging out. I hope I answered your questions. You can always DM me if there was something specific I didn't cover. And I'll see you later. Bye. End. Come on, end.